Thank you, everyone, for joining today's webinar. Today, our special guest is Laurie Bond. She is the Director of Trade, Sales, and National Training for Royal Caribbean. My name is Lorraine Romero, and I would like to welcome you and thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be a part of our NACTA webinar series. Before we start, I want to point out a few housekeeping items for you to be able to help you communicate with me in the background. On your drop-down screen, you will see an area that says questions. At any time during Laurie's presentation that you have a question for her, please put that into the question box. At the very end of our webinar, we will have a Q&A session, and I will read your question to her. We are all going to be on mute. That is to prevent any background sounds from occurring to get into the recording. This is going to be recorded, and it will be put onto the NACTA YouTube site within the next 24 hours. If you have not already signed up and subscribed to the NACTA YouTube channel, I encourage you to do that. You will receive an email message tomorrow with a link to be able to see this webinar as well as how to subscribe to it. So for now, Laurie, I am going to put myself on mute. I am going to be quiet in the background so I don't disturb you either. But when you're ready, just call my name. I will get myself back out to you, and I will do the Q&A session for you. And thank you again for being here. Royal Caribbean, it's always been a long-time supporter of NACTA. We really appreciate your support, and I have really enjoyed working with you. I'm looking forward to your presentation. Here you go.
Thanks, Lorraine, and thank you, everybody, for taking time out of your busy schedule. Now, I talk fast, and I have a little bit of energy, so I need you all to fasten your seatbelts, get your notes and notepads out, even though this is being recorded, in case there's something that catches your attention. And without any further ado, let's dive in and talk about what's new at Royal Caribbean. We're going to introduce the Harmony of the Seas, talk about a few other key things, and all that equals winning together in perfect harmony. Now, speaking of harmony, I'm sure you all have seen and heard the Harmony of the Seas, our newest ship, is now sailing, and she is a true beauty. She is not only the largest cruise ship in the world, but she boasts a lot of first and innovative things at sea. And one of those things that we're excited to be sharing with you is the fact that we now have water slides on our ships. And this is the Typhoon, Cyclone, and Supercell. There are 3 slides in total, and this all equals the perfect storm. So we're really pleased now to have water slides. You'll see later in the presentation some of our ships that we were revitalizing are also getting those slides, but a really fun component for the young and the young at heart. I know I can't wait to go on them. Now, the next thing we have that is truly unique in the marketplace is the tallest slide at sea. And y'all might be saying, Laurie, we already just saw your other slides. This is not a water slide. This is a dry slide, and it is called the Ultimate Abyss. And I'm sure you all can see the infographic. It has some cool and interesting statistics, but the long and short of it is this is a lionfish. And if you know anything about species in the under ocean, you'll know lionfish are very dangerous and they're predators. So you crawl through the mouth of the lionfish, and then you can fly down either side of it, dropping 10 decks from deck 16 down to deck 6, all in less than 14 seconds. And I'll tell you, this is something that is amazing. Everybody loves it. The thrills and shrills we're hearing from this experience are really like nothing else, and I cannot wait to experience the Ultimate Abyss, longest slide at sea. Now, with all that excitement and all the fun you're going to have on things like our water slides, our Ultimate Abyss dry slide, of course, things like the traditional favorites, our zip lining through Central Park, our flow rider, our rock climbing walls, our ice skating rinks, you're going to work up a great appetite. And what's really amazing about the Harmony of the Seas is she really is an example of the things that everybody knows and loves from our Oasis class ships. And then, of course, the addition of some of the cool new venues that we added on the Quantum class with the Quantum and Anthem. And things like Jamie's Italian, which is Jamie Oliver, the famous chef from London. He's got a great, great restaurant on the Harmony of the Seas. Of course, we have Wonderland. Now, it's a very imaginative restaurant. And you might say, Laurie, what the heck does that mean? Well, picture Alice in Wonderland and a very kind of unique and curious decoration with, kind of extravagant, with beautiful food that's very imaginative and creative as well, with things like smoking dry ice and potatoes that are hard-shelled like pebbles running through a stream, and really food that's interesting to the eye and, of course, delights the taste buds. Chopped Steakhouse and Park Cafe are some of the other traditional favorites, but guess what? We have 20 dining venues on board the Harmony of the Seas and 8 specialty dining restaurants. So I'm going to tell you, there is something for everyone on this ship, and if you go hungry on any Royal Caribbean ship, but in particular Harmony of the Seas, that is something that you have simply decided for yourself, because there are many, many ways and opportunities to eat some gorgeous food. Now, of course, everybody likes to have a cocktail when they're on vacation, and we have some really fabulous bar venues. Now, the Boot and Bonnet is a traditional pub. The Schooner Bar is one of our signature bars you're going to find on every single Royal Caribbean ship. And then, of course, there's our Bionic Bar. Now, many of you have seen the Bionic bartenders. They have been on the Anthem and Quantum class ships, but this is the first time you'll see it on an Oasis class, and it's a larger bar area. So what's cool is these robotic bartenders make your drink. You order them from an iPad ordering system, and we actually, if you all are Vicky's friends on Facebook, last year we put out a competition to see if somebody wanted to name the Bionic bartenders, and the unanimous winner was Mix and Mingle. So our Bionic bartenders are Mix and Mingle. You'll find this on Harmony of the Seas. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I love to shop. And shopping will not disappoint on the Harmony of the Seas. We have some great boutiques, including Hublot, Kate Spade, Michael Kors, even a Cartier store, Kales, Bulgari, Breitling, and these are just a few of the brands in addition to what you see here. And we even have a new Tag Heuer, his and hers, custom watch that has Royal Caribbean insignias. So shopping is amazing and out of this world on the Harmony of the Seas, and for that matter on all Royal Caribbean ships. And you'll find these shops in the Royal Promenade. Now, entertainment is another highlight and bright spot at Royal Caribbean, and we're the only cruise line that affects 4 major mediums. And when I say that, what I mean is we work in the air with our atrium acts. We, of course, work on the stage, as you can see shown here. We work on the ice with our fantastic ice shows and ice skating opportunities, and then the water with our aqua theater, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But here you see shown Grease, and this is a showing from our main Broadway production, and it's not a mini vignette. It is a full-on Broadway production of Grease, and what we're excited about is Grease is not just on our Harmony of the Seas, but she's also been released on the Independence of the Seas. And it's hand clapping, jiving, lots of fun, singing along, and great for all ages and all members of the family. So we're excited about Grease being the major Broadway production. But we don't stop there. We have lots of original productions, and Columbus the Musical is a unique original production by Royal Caribbean. And I don't know if y'all know, but we have our own production studios at the FIU campuses here in Florida where we create all of our shows. We actually do all of our costuming out of there. Our voice training and everything is done. And we're the only cruise line with our own professional FIU campus production studios. So if you're ever in South Florida, let us know. We'd love to show them off to you. But Columbus the Musical is an original production where Marvin, who is a distant cousin of Christopher, has kind of lost his way with the family. And as he tries to work his way back into the kingdom, setting his own stage for success, you're going to find that he has a very slapstick romance and happily ever after story with Columbus the Musical. So Marvin is the distant cousin here and the star of the show. Really fun and great entertainment, once again, for all members of the family. So The Fine Line. The Fine Line is our new production show that is, of course, shown in our Aqua Theater. And we're excited about this show because it's the kind of show that's going to be very dynamic, very exciting, with lots of activity. And I'm going to warn you now, you're going to want to have eyes in the back of your head because there's going to be things happening all around you. And if you sit in the front row, you may just become a part of the act. So sit and be ready for anything with The Fine Line. Now, 1887 is one of our original production ice shows, and we're really excited about this because if you kind of shut your eyes and imagine going back to 1887, and you're in Paris, and you're on the River Seine, and it's frozen, and the famous author, Jules Verne, he has characters, and it's Juliet and her time-traveling friend, Tempest. And you're going to see these beautiful experiences as they wander through the world of mystery and wonders in the production show on ice, 1887. Now, we use Studio B, our ice skating rink, for something else, which is a new production show also called Ice Skate. And this is really fun because it's kind of like our ice skating dancers have gone rogue in this original production yet again, where they're dancing to their own favorite music, and it's a lot less how would you say, traditional and really, really creative and a lot of fun for everybody involved. Now, this is really, really exciting. The Escape the Rubicon is a puzzle break game. You get 60 seconds and you have to escape. The question is, will you find the clues? Will you reveal the next clue to get to the next level, to actually get your escape? And this is a designated area on the ship that is only used for this puzzle break experience. And I think the big question is, Lorraine and everyone listening in, is will you escape? Can you escape? And if you don't escape, well, gosh, then what? So really, really fun. But, you know, the fun doesn't stop there. And, of course, we have a fabulous promenade area. And one of our theme evenings is the Red Party. And when you think red, you can think red as in Red Bull because they are the sponsors of this party. And it's a great, great high-energy party at sea with DJs, surprise performances, special effects technology, and a nightlife extravaganza that I think is going to be something not to be missed. So something a little more tempered for our younger folks, or again, those that really are young at heart, we have our Summer of DreamWorks ahead and our DreamWorks partnership. And we're really proud of that because, of course, it includes things like character visits, photo ops with the characters, parades, special breakfasts. We even weave it into our Adventure Ocean programming, 3D movies, and so many fun activities. Even some of our ice shows weave in our DreamWorks characters. So I will tell you, this is on our Oasis class ships. It is on the Anthem. It is on the Freedom and the Liberty, and it is on the Mariner and the Voyager. So you really, really need to make sure and sell the sizzle of our DreamWorks experience at Royal Caribbean because we are such a great choice for families. So the Harmony of the Seas, we have beautiful suites, and we like to call them our swanky suites. And many of them have two stories. We call them our loft suites. There are even different categories of loft suites. And I'm going to talk just a second about these because, you know, these are great places for families and multi-generational travelers to enjoy, and maybe the host of the family takes one of these large suites. But remember, we are such an amazing choice when you're thinking of families, especially as we get close to having summertime here. Well, actually, I guess technically summer is here now, right? We're in June already. And I will tell you, between our children's programs where we start at 6 months of age with our Royal Babies and then go into our Royal Tots, our Adventure Ocean age group, and then our teenage age group, we have 7 different categories in total from 6 months all the way to age 17 where you can put children into our children's programs. And multi-generational travelers and enjoying these suites is really a fantastic way to go. Now, we have a brand new program that's called Eat, Drink, and Play. And 2 of the balcony sections on all our Oasis class ships are the Central Park View balconies and the Boardwalk View balconies. And these balconies actually face inward on the ship, so they're open to the open air, but they face inward. And I don't know about y'all, but I have sailed myself in a Central Park View balcony, and it's a fantastic experience. But starting in November, as of November 5th, all sailings that are on any Oasis class ship, not just the Harmony of the Seas that we're highlighting today, but on all of our Oasis class ships, complimentary, you will receive, depending on the balcony neighborhood you pick. In the Central Park balcony, you get a lunch for two at Giovanni's table. You get a complimentary bottle of red wine and private casino gaming lessons from an onboard expert. Now, in the Boardwalk View balconies, which are considered a little more family-friendly, you can get a complimentary Johnny Rockets meal for four, a complimentary soda package for two, and an exclusive rock climbing session for your family. So these are wonderful, wonderful opportunities, and you need to do absolutely nothing to get this amenity put onto your bookings for any bookings sailing after November 5th. Now, I want to make sure you all don't misunderstand. You have a very important role here. Your role is to make sure you sell this and sell these extra amenities as a sizzle, as an extra value add. You're going to be a hero to your clients, and they will love these extra amenities available at no extra cost. So we're really, really excited about this program that has been recently announced. So back to the Harmony of the Seas in particular, she has just arrived into the fleet. She'll be sailing all summer in Europe. As any fine lady does, she'll spend her summer in Europe enjoying that, and then she'll come back into the Caribbean as of November 5th. She'll sail round trip out of Fort Lauderdale doing Eastern and Western Caribbean itineraries. So this is an awesome opportunity, our brand new ship, largest ship in the world, and so many beautiful things to enjoy on the Harmony of the Seas. But what happens here? Well, the Oasis of the Seas was traditionally sailing in that slot that we have the Harmony sailing in. So now the Oasis is moving up north to Port Canaveral, and we call it our domino effect. But what I love, and I want you all to think about, is the fact that we are going to have 3 Oasis-class ships in Florida. So this is a lot of beds. We need your help. We need your focus on families and on groups, and we're really, really pleased to be sharing that this is a great opportunity for you. So now the Oasis of the Seas, sailing round trip out of Port Canaveral, or we like to say Orlando because of so many great pre and post opportunities there, you can see shown here the actual itineraries that she'll be sailing. So really, really pleased to be offering the Oasis of the Seas sailing for the first time ever out of Port Canaveral year-round. Now, one of the other unique opportunities that we have at Royal Caribbean is the fact that we are autism friendly, and we have autism certifications that allow us to actually care for children who have autism. And many families that have autism as a part of their family oftentimes feel like they can't travel. They feel like it's just too much, it's just too stressful, and there's many things, of course, that you have to be sensitive to when you're working with children with autism. What's great about Royal is we have the facilities, we have the understanding, and we actually have children's activities. We take care of dietary needs if that's a need, and we even have television programming that is, again, very friendly to our autism families and our friends traveling with autism. So this is a great niche and a great opportunity, and there's lots you can learn about this in our University of WOW programming on our website, and we encourage you all take advantage of one of these great ways to allow families that sometimes don't think they're going to get that chance to travel and enjoy family vacations to really have a beautiful experience at Royal Caribbean. So I want to give you a general quick update on some of the other things happening, and we call them our dry docks and our revitalizations. Now, there's a distinct difference, just so you understand. Our dry docks are when we do some basic mechanical work and basic repairs on the ship, where, in converse, revitalizations are true renovations and re-beautifying the ship with many, many upgrades, oftentimes changing restaurants, moving walls, and true changes of our ships. And you're going to see checks here, except for Empress of the Seas and Adventures of the Seas, meaning that these have been completed. Now, the Empress of the Seas was just last week entering into service, so she gets a check mark too. But Adventure of the Seas will come in fall of 2016, or this fall. So we really don't just bring out beautiful new ships, but we constantly are spending time, money, and and efforts in making sure that our current ships are matching and sailing in beauty just like the gorgeous new ones. So the Liberty of the Seas is a great example of this, and she was reimagined and revitalized just at the beginning of this year. She is sailing with lots of new venues, including Tidal Wave, which is a cool new water slide concept where you slide one down the side that's on the far side and all the way up to the top, and then through really just momentum, slide down the other side with a whole unique new water experience opportunity here. Now we have also added traditional slides, and then we even have Splashaway Bay, which are small miniature slides for our younger folks to enjoy in a water park environment for children designated just that way. We also have our Mini Dunes golf course, and this is a lot of fun, miniature golf at the top of the ship. And of course, if I'm not shopping, I like to eat. And we have Sabor, which is our fabulous fusion Mexican restaurant where they do tableside guacamole. We have Giovanni's Table now, and we even have Our Bar, which is a beautiful new bar where they make custom mixology-oriented drinks and enjoy bold new flavors and bold new concoctions there. So Liberty of the Seas is really shining with not just what she's had done in her public spaces, but even her staterooms were redone and reworked. Now, speaking of redone and reworked, we have amazing suites, and Liberty of the Seas also received some of these new upgrades. And we are introducing our Royal Suite class. Now, think about what happens when someone books a suite at Royal Caribbean, especially some of our higher-end suites. They're spending tens of thousands of dollars in a week. And we thought to ourselves, why would we not start including some amenities in our suites automatically when someone spends that kind of money? So we came up with our C class, which is our entry-level suites, our Sky class, which are our mid-range suites, and our Star class, which are our very high-end, most luxurious suites. Now, I don't know how clear this image is on your screen, but I know even with my glasses, sometimes I struggle a bit to read what I'm going to share with you, so don't worry about trying to take too many notes. Go to loyaltoyoualways.com or go into Cruising Power, and there's a whole microsite dedicated to the Royal Suite class amenities and the new programming. So listen now, and then know that you can go and get the details when you just go to Cruising Power or loyaltoyoualways.com. But to call out a couple examples, you get access to the Coastal Kitchen, which is our suite-only restaurant if you're in the C class for dinner. That and our luxury amenities and pillow top mattresses come as a standard. The Sky class gets a few extra things like access to our suite lounge, our signature activities. Of course, it gets bottled water and even Voom. And then, of course, when you jump to our Star class, you're going to find that everything's really included, including the services from our Royal Genie, which is our British butler-trained genie or butler service. So really, the Star class gets everything. But again, don't worry about trying to take it all in here. Go to the mini microsites in loyaltoyoualways.com or through Cruising Power. But what I do, again, need you to do is sell the sizzle of these upgraded suite benefits for your clients that like to sail in grand style. Now, Voom. Voom is the fastest internet at sea, and it genuinely is super fast. You can actually live stream Netflix in the middle of the ocean if you so desire. Now, I always say to myself, Laurie, if you're streaming Netflix while you're on a cruise, you must be missing one of the great activities happening on board the ship. But I will tell you, just for those folks that like to stay connected, that like to post, and like to use social media, they will be able to do so in great style and at a true convenience. And the prices are very reasonable, starting at just $12.99 for a daily pass. And each additional device added gets discounted immensely. And the more devices you add in total, again, the less expensive it gets per device. But if you look down to, I think it's about the 5th bullet point, I'm counting, you'll see there's a 30% discount if pre-purchased. The Cruise Planner allows you to pre-purchase these kinds of things, and I will tell you it is well worth it because it brings that cost per day down to almost nothing. And we all know people today, they want to stay connected. So take advantage of Voom, the fastest internet at sea. So I want to talk briefly about shore excursions, and I know y'all might say, Laurie, we don't always book Royal Caribbean shore excursions, and I understand. I know sometimes you have relationships that you've built up with third-party provisioners, but I'm going to throw a couple of comments out there just for good measure. Remember, when the ship comes in late, or if your tour is delayed on land for whatever reason, whether it's a flat tire or some unexpected delay, at Royal, you're taken care of, and the ship is in constant communication at all times with the people on these excursions. When you're on your own with a third-party excursion, these things aren't accounted for. So just keep that in mind. We also have major insurance policies and work only with the top provisioners in each destination we go to, so you're really assured to have a great and seamless experience. Plus, first off the ship and first to get back on the ship when it comes to these kinds of things as well. So great advantages when you do consider Royal excursions. And the other really important thing is if you have a group with us and you register that group, you can earn 5% commission on any excursion they book. And if you create a custom excursion with us, you get a 10% commission. So you can earn commission on shore excursions with Royal Caribbean. So let's talk about the new different themes. We have the active adventures for the high adventure folks, the family connections when you have families traveling together, the Royal Tour Challenge, which is a bit like the Amazing Race, culture and sights, which is digging into the cultural aspects of a destination, culinary delights, which is cooking oriented, and then of course caring discoveries where you're giving back to the community in the destination we visit. And last but not least, the Royal Premium Tour Collection, which includes exclusive tours for our suite guests and our Crown and Anchor Top Society members. One of the new things and new partnerships that we've just recently announced is our National Geographic snorkeler opportunities. And there are 17 snorkeler opportunities in all. When you book them, you will be using National Geographic signature equipment, which is top-of-the-line equipment. If you want to buy this equipment, you can buy it at a 10% discount, and you can even eventually will have that opportunity to order the equipment and have it delivered right to your stateroom to use when you're on one of these excursions. So again, just a quick reminder on why Royal Caribbean excursions: guaranteed first off the ship, hassle-free cancellation policy, guaranteed return to the ship, which is a big one, and in-depth destination expertise. So I really challenge you to think about using our excursions first and foremost. One of the other new things we're excited to be announcing is our Royal Private Journeys. And to give you a snapshot on what this might look like, let's say you have a really high-end client and he's going to ask his girlfriend to marry him, and they're on their dream cruise. You could set this up where they get flown to a private island. This one in particular is shown off of San Juan. Flown to a private island. They get a picnic lunch where it's just the two of them. The airplane is then sent back for them at a later time during that day, and then they're flown back privately by that same seaplane. So this would be a great example of some of these Royal Private Journeys, and they're really created uniquely for you, and really excited to be offering this for that client that wants something unique and very special. Something else I'm really, really, really honored and pleased to be sharing with you is that we have partnered up with the World Wildlife Fund. And if you think about it, Royal Caribbean, where would we be without our beautiful oceans? They cover 70% of the planet's surface, and they're a vital support system to really so much marine life and wildlife. And I will tell you, without our beautiful oceans and the preservation of them, Royal Caribbean will not have a reason to exist. And so we have actually designated the sea turtles as our specialty focus when it comes to sea life, and we are having sea turtle walks on all of our cruises. We'll be selling we are selling stuffed sea turtles in our gift shops, as well as the logo Panda Bear, and proceeds will help go to make donations to the World Wildlife Fund. And we'll even be doing adventure ocean training on how important our oceans are and conservation. But it doesn't stop there. We as a company are trying to reduce our carbon footprint. We're trying to buy more sustainable seafood. So it goes well beyond just raising funds for the sea turtles, but it's an overall behavior of our entire organization, because we really want to respect and love and preserve our beautiful oceans. So a couple more things to point out before we're just about ready to wrap. We have a brand new brochure app, and if you look in the lower right-hand corner, you're going to see what it looks like when you're in the App Store, and it is the Royal Brochure app. What's amazing about it is it's a closed-loop app, meaning if you send a client there to look at itineraries or look at ships or look at deck plans, they won't have access to Royal Caribbean's website. They won't have access to pricing. They only have access to deck plans, destinations, and ships. So you, the agent, has to do the selling and gets the opportunity to own and manage the actual booking aspect. But really, really great resource, and I encourage you all to download it on your pads. Next, I've mentioned LoyalToYouAlways.com as a great resource to check and find offers and promotions and updates. We just recently redid the entire website, and it's much easier to navigate and easier to find information and offers. So again, this should always be bookmarked as a favorite along with Cruising Power. And I can't see a show of hands. I usually like everybody to raise their hand and let me know if you're getting Vicki's tips. But if you're not, it's a great resource to motivate and inspire, and it is not Royal Caribbean driven. It's really industry driven and sales focused on great tips for how to be your best personal self and or sales person. Also, Vicki's Facebook page is great. Vicki does all sorts of wonderful surprise and delight opportunities. If you're not a friend of hers on Facebook, then it shows you here at the bottom of the page where you can get connected with her on Facebook or Twitter. And I encourage you to do so because she will do all sorts of great incentives. Sometimes she'll do a bonus commission, give you an opportunity to name our bionic bartenders. You name it, it happens at Vicki's Facebook. And something else before we wrap, I want to mention our Next Cruise, which is our Future Cruise program. And we have Next Cruise consultants that are on board the ships. When a client of yours sails, you should encourage them to go see that Next Cruise consultant. They will get up to a $500 onboard credit that they can institute immediately or wait till the cruise that they signed up for sails. And you, the agent of record, gets credit for that sale. That's important because we know today people's loyalty doesn't always stay true. Even though you think they're your client, they might book somewhere else. Well, if you encourage them to book on board our ship and you've put them there, they will be your client again because that credit for that sailing comes right back to you. They win, you win, and we at Royal Caribbean are thrilled to keep your business. So it's a win for everybody involved. University of WOW is a great self-study program. And I think, again, I always like to ask, but I can't see your hands right now. When you build a house, you build a house on a strong foundation. There's no reason you wouldn't want to build your knowledge and your expertise beyond just our webcast today with strong knowledge and power. And everything on this website is up to date and current, and the training modules are fantastic. You can learn, you can study, you can get an expert course accreditation or an expert plus graduation level. And there's great things and knowledge to be attained through using our University of WOW. We encourage you, if you haven't become a student, become one today. Now, another quick reminder, many of your clients like to rub shoulders with the powers that be, and this time they'll get to rub shoulders with our president, Michael Bailey. The cruise is on the Allure of the Seas, and it is September 18th. Not to be missed, a great experience will be had by all with all sorts of new, fun, and exciting special events happening because the president will be on board. Last but not least, for those of you who may not know, we just launched our June promotion, and we are so excited about this. It is a new promotion, and it's a little bit different than what we've done in the past because every time there's a third night, you sail free. So it's 1, 2, free, meaning the third night is free. So on a 3 to 5 night cruise, you get 1 night free. On a 6 to 8 night cruise, 2 nights free. 9 to 11 days, 3 nights, and actually a longer cruise, those 12 to 14 day cruises, get 4 nights free. There are a handful of blackout dates. Again, you can get all the promotional details at LoyalToYouAlways.com or in Cruising Power. And there's a kicker on this. Your children sail free if the bookings are made between now and June 20th. So you have just a little over a week to take advantage, almost 2 weeks, of the kids sailing free. Again, a handful of blackout dates that are all available, and you can imagine which ones those are, pretty much all around the holidays. But I will tell you, this is a phenomenal offer. We never offer kids sail free. So this is a very short-term promotion as far as the kids sail free, although the overarching promotion goes longer. So take advantage of this. Again, I'm sure there may be questions. This is a unique offer. We've never had anything like it. LoyalToYouAlways.com or Cruising Power. Go and you will see all the promotional details for this fantastic June promotion. Our next webcast. Now, we at Royal Caribbean do webcasts once a month, and the next one is June 15th if you want to get the next update on Royal Caribbean, because I know I don't have that pleasure to speaking to you monthly, which I wish Lorraine would let me do in team, but apparently there's a few others that want to get your opportunity to speak to you. So you'll have to then, for follow-up webinars, you'll have to enjoy the next one we do commercially, and that's June 15th. And last but not least, a really big thank you. You all are amazing, and you all have voted us the best overall cruise line, the best cruise line for families, and the best cruise line in the Caribbean year after year. And the one that we're most honored about, I think at times, is Best Sales and Service, because from Vicki Freed, our Senior Vice President of Sales, on down through our entire field sales team, and of course myself and our training team, you mean the world to us. And without you and your success and your sales focus, we're nothing. And you just got done hearing about our beautiful new Harmony of the Seas. That's our third Oasis-class ship. We are a 26-ship fleet. We need you. We need your support. We need your focus. And I'm proud to tell you that we give you the tools. We give you the ammunition. We give you amazing promotions like the one I just shared with you in June. And we really walk the walk. We don't just talk about it. So between the largest sales force in the industry, the best promotions, and of course the tools to go out and sell, we want to continue to be your best sales and service cruise line for the rest of the time that cruising exists. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your loyalty and support, and I want to ask more business. And with that, it's really just a huge thanks to everyone.
Wow, you did a great job, Laurie. Thank you so much. Your energy and enthusiasm, is very contagious. So thank you for being here.
Of course. Thank you for the opportunity.
Well, we do have several questions. People were, that enthusiasm and good energy got people thinking, and their brains are going, and they actually typed them out. So I've got quite a bit of questions for you. So I know you're game on, right?
I am, and honest truth, if I don't know that answer, I will get it for you. So let's see what I can knock out right here and now, and we'll go from there.
Perfect. Is the Harmony going to be in Florida during Cruise World Week?
It is. It is actually right in the middle of when it has literally just arrived and pulling into port, if you will.
Excellent. Yes. Don't you like when you can go yes to answers? Yes, it is. Someone said, let's see, my understanding is Columbus, the musical, is not on the Harmony. Is that correct, or is it just currently delayed?
Okay, if it has not opened yet, and I can try to confirm this, it will be on the Harmony, and it is the only ship it will be showing on. It is a Harmony of the Seas production. And my understanding, I could be wrong. I'll double check that. I was not aware it was not open yet, and maybe it is. So I'll confirm that to you all.
Perfect. Do you need to make reservations for the shows?
You do.
Is that something they can do online or do they do it while they're on the ship?
They can do both. They can book and pre-book their shows through our cruise planner, and I would encourage them to do that, either have their clients do it or do that with their clients. And there is always opportunity to get into the shows and or make those reservations once you get there as well. But it's always recommended to try to plan ahead, because that way you can craft the experience you want and make sure you're going to see the shows you want. But traditionally, because they do vary throughout the week, we have never had a problem accommodating people as long as they're a little bit flexible.
Gotcha. Will the show Quest, the adult scavenger hunt, is it on the Harmony, or what ships have it?
Okay, well, it's Escape the Rubicon, and it is on the Harmony, and from what I understand, there are some other puzzle break type experiences that are on some of the other ships. I would have to look by ship and get details, but it's called Escape the Rubicon, and it is on the Harmony of the Seas and available. There's a designated space on this ship. We were actually able to build out a space for it.
Very fun. Next question. Where is the red party held, and do people need to dress appropriately? I'm assuming that means in red.
I love it. Well, I don't think it's necessary to be dressed in red. I think it's red because of Red Bull. And I think nightclub attire would be fabulous. But as we know on cruise ships, other than things like a formal night, there isn't really a lot of structure around attire. It's pretty flexible. And my understanding is it will be run in the Royal Promenade area.
Right. I know that most of this information could be found online, but is there a PDF that's available for us to download that will compare the variety of ship? The question I saw came through when it was talking about the slides and the different activities. Is there something that the agent can download to be able to show to a client instead of having a mobile device with them?
When you go to Loyal to You Always and in Cruising Power, there's a whole marketing support area with flyers and PDFs. There's a lot of downloadable flyers and things that highlight all of this. There's a flyer on the Oasis class of ships. There's a flyer on the Harmony itself. And so you'll find a lot of that spelled out in there. So loyaltoyoualways.com. I like to go into the marketing area, and then there's flyers and PDFs, and you'll see them as you click around. And these flyers are great because you can actually have them that are more agent focused, or you can actually have them consumer focused, and they're customizable with an area that you can put your agency information and your agency phone number. So you can do that. You also, in many cases, we have banner ads and or things that you can repost on social media. So once you get into Loyal to You Always or go into Cruising Power, for me, Loyal to You Always is just such a quick access. There's tons of information that can be shared and reshared and leveraged that's turnkey, right at your fingertips, customizable, boom, and you're done.
Great. Thank you. Sorry, see, I picked myself off mute and an airplane decides to go by. I live in Sonoma County, and for those of you who aren't familiar, Sonoma actually has a real airport here. We service Horizon Air. It's the gate code is STS. It's out of Santa Rosa. So anybody wants to have your clients sent to Sonoma County, that would be the airport. And it just gave a great example of flying by. Sorry about that.
I have used that airport on more than one occasion when I've gone wine tasting, so it's a great airport.
It's a great airport. Let me see. What date will Oasis commence sailing from Port Canaveral?
It will start, I think the first sailing is, I want to say that first weekend in November. It transits up basically it transits up, I think, the second week of October. So you will have an opportunity as of mid-October, and I'll try to look up the date while we're talking, if I can do it quickly and pay attention and talk at the same time. Mid-October is when it transits up, and its first sailing is late October, early November. So look October if you're looking on Cruise Finder or anything, and you'll see Oasis start popping into Port Canaveral.
Perfect.
Yep.
Are all ships, do all ships have trained staff for autistic? I love that idea. I'm glad that you guys brought that up and someone asked. Do all the ships have trained staff? There we go.
That is, it's a fleet-wide initiative, if you will, or qualification, certification. So yes.
Okay. Another yes. There you go. Love it. This question is regarding Royal Private Journeys. Do agents receive commissions on these bookings? And if so, what is the agent commission rate?
I do not know. I apologize. I don't know. I will try to find that out, and I'll get that to you. I won't try. I will find that out, Lorraine, and I'll get that to you. Or do you want me to click back? I know. Is it still my screen that everyone's seeing, Lorraine?
It is still your screen, yes.
You all will bear with me a second. I'm going to click back, And because there's an actual phone number you can call. And if you see this, it's toll-free, 844-571-7851 in the water. You can kind of see it. There's also a website, Royal Caribbean/private journeys. I will check, but either way, this is a place where you can actually have those conversations. I do not believe there is a commission on that. My understanding is the commissions that are opportunities are those that are the ones where you register your group side with your group bookings only at this time. However, I want to make doubly sure.
Okay, perfect. This one got broke up into two questions, so I'm going to try to flip back and forth to put it as one. This is regarding harmony of the seas, and the agent was wondering, you're making me nauseous by doing that, was asking in harmony of the seas if you're able to reserve my time dining for parties of 10.
I am not sure what the maximum or how, the exact cutoffs for things like that, because I know a party of 10 is fairly large. I've not been asked that question. I can find out. If you've been able to do it, to be able to do it now, but I will check because I don't want to misinform you.
Okay, perfect. How do we sign up for Vicky's tips?
Okay, don't kill me. Y'all ready? Because I can.
She's going to flip the screens again, everybody. Close your eyes.
I'll behave myself. So go to loyalservice.com and you'll find an area when you'll see Vicky's. I think it's down toward the bottom. I'm doing this from memory, and I think you'll see a part about something about Vicky's communications, or it might even just say Vicky's tips, and you sign up right then and there. You could probably even Google it, quite frankly. But I know it's in loyaltoyoualways.com that there's availability to find it there, and also find out how to sign up for her Facebook.
Perfect. Thank you. Last couple of questions, and we'll wrap it up. Hey, you guys have had great questions. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Yeah.
What are the ages for kids that can sail free?
Let me see. Bear with me 1 second, because I think I have that answer here. I've got some FAQs. Hang on. Let's see here. So free. 12 years or younger as of cruise departure date. Remember, this ends. Promotion runs the month of June. It actually runs June to July 6th, but this promotion for kids sail free only till the 20th.
Okay.
So and younger, and there are a handful of blackout departures.
Gotcha. And is that till the end of is that sale date till the end of the year?
It is, I believe, for sailings that depart after July 8th and exclude China departures, which we don't tend to sell. And let's see, yep, who are 12 years? It looks like there's, other than the blacked out dates, it looks like it's basically as long as it's after July 8th of this year. And as long as they're 12 years or younger at the time of sailing, other than the blackout dates. So perfect. Will there be lifeguards on the ships? We don't have lifeguards.
Especially on the Harmony.
We do not have lifeguards. However, we are the first cruise line to offer life preservers for children on ships. So that is new. And obviously, that's a huge, if you're using a life preserver, or a life vest, life preserver, obviously, then that should negate the fact that children will have challenges, if you will, even if they fortunately become any kind of unattended child. So we are the first cruise line. All of our ships have life vests for kids for the pool area.
Perfect. And someone had just looked up on Cruise Finder for you and said that the Columbus the musical is not shown at least for June 12th. So.
Interesting. Okay, well, I will find out. I'll follow back up with you. I've got that noted. So I'm going to find out what's going on with that, because that's interesting. I was not aware.
Perfect. And I think this is a great time to wrap it up. You've done a great job, Laurie. Thank you. Now, by chance, I know that our NACTA conference is coming up in November. It'll be in Fort Lauderdale Actually, for those of you who are looking for dates, it's going to start. It'll be at Fort Lauderdale Westin, and there's 3 nights at the Westin Fort Lauderdale Hotel, and then we are taking a 3-night sailing on the Celebrity. And we will have a ton of suppliers there, and I was wondering if you might be one of the suppliers we'll be seeing.
That is my plan. I will be there. I won't be able to sail with you all because that's when the Harmony will be here, but I am planning on being with you all in Fort Lauderdale. So I cannot wait to hopefully meet you all if I haven't had the pleasure already. And at that point, Lauren, this will be a great time to thank everyone for all those new sales that they've sent our way, from all the great knowledge they've gained from learning about what's happening at Royal Caribbean today. Because we need you, and we want you, and we need you to be pushing those sales as hard as you can, not only on the beautiful new Harmony of the Seas, but all of our gorgeous fleet.
Absolutely, absolutely. And since everybody has their calendar out, I'm going to have you flip over to 2017. I know it's scary. It seems like it's far away, but it's really not. We're in June. I don't know when that happened. It just kind of poof, you know, it was January now. Time passing quickly. But save the date. For the 2017 NACTA National Conference. The dates are September 13th through 16th, and it is going to be in Anchorage, Alaska. It's a beautiful time of day in Anchorage, or time of year. It's right after the sailing season, and everything is beautiful. It's gorgeous colors of fall. Captain Cook Hotel is going to be our host hotel, and there's going to be lots of things going on. So I want everybody to get on their calendar because it's more than a year in advance. September 13th through 16th in Anchorage, and they are not taking sign-ups just yet, but you know NACTA will be soon. So any last words of wisdom, Laurie, before we sign off?
There are. Just that you all, thank you for the hard work that you put in every day. We know that you have choices. We know that sometimes our job, as amazing as it is to sell fun to people and make people's dreams come true, it's also a lot of hard work. And I think we at Royal Caribbean, we want to thank you for the business you give us. We understand that your job isn't that simple, and your success is our success. We need you. We appreciate you. And reach out to that local sales rep that covers your area. We have more out there than anybody else. Leverage those relationships. Build that business. And we just thank you. Your success is our success. So thanks so much for all you do.
Great. Thank you again, Laurie, and thank you all NACTA agents for taking the time out of the busy day to be on this Royal Caribbean webinar. Again, it's a benefit of NACTA membership. I will send the link out within the next day-ish, and it will be on our NACTA YouTube channel. If you've not subscribed already, I encourage you to do that. That way you can keep track of all the webinars. Thank you, Laurie. Have a good rest of your day, and we will see you again in near. Bye-bye.
Everyone, good selling. Bye-bye.